Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're exploring one of the most global and influential diasporas in the world, the Lebanese Diaspora. Lebanon is a small country on the eastern Mediterranean coast. Its population today is around 5 to 6 million people. But here's something remarkable. There are more people of Lebanese origin living outside Lebanon than inside it. Estimates suggest the Lebanese diaspora numbers between 8 and 15 million people worldwide. How did this happen? To understand it, we need to go back thousands of years to the Phoenicians. The land that is today Lebanon was once home to the Phoenicians, beginning around 1500 BCE. Their great coastal cities, Tyre, Sidon, and Byblos, became centers of maritime trade. They built advanced ships and sailed across the Mediterranean, establishing colonies as far as North Africa and Spain. Carthage, in modern Tunisia, was one of their most famous settlements. They also created one of the earliest alphabets, which later influenced Greek and Latin scripts. Even in ancient times, the people of this region were outward looking. Trade, travel, and connection across seas were already part of their identity. In some ways, the spirit of the Lebanese diaspora began here. Part 2. The 1800s. Ottoman rule and the First Great Migration. Fast forward to the 19th century. Lebanon was part of the Ottoman Empire. The region of Mount Lebanon had a mixed population: Maronite Christians, Druze, Muslims, and others. In the mid-1800s, violent sectarian conflicts erupted. At the same time, the silk industry, which supported many families, began collapsing. High taxes, economic hardship, and instability pushed many to leave. Beginning in the 1870s and accelerating through the 1880s and 1890s, hundreds of thousands emigrated. At the time, they were often called Syrians because modern Lebanon did not yet exist as a separate state. Where did they go? Primarily to the Americas. Brazil, today estimated at 6 to 7 million people of Lebanese descent. Argentina, around 1.5 million. The United States, over 500,000 reporting Lebanese ancestry. Mexico, Colombia, and other Latin American countries. West Africa as well. Many began as traveling peddlers. Then they opened shops, then businesses. This first wave laid the foundation for a global Lebanese network. Part 3. Early 20th century expansion. By the early 1900s, Lebanese communities were firmly established abroad. Between the 1880s and World War I alone, historians estimate that roughly 1/3 of Mount Lebanon's population emigrated. By the time Lebanon became independent in 1943, it already had a vast diaspora in Brazil, Argentina, United States, Senegal and Ivory Coast, Australia, Canada, and France. These communities maintained strong family networks, business ties, and remittances back home. Lebanon was becoming a country with two populations, one inside, one abroad. Part 4. The Lebanese Civil War. In 1975, Lebanon descended into civil war. The war lasted 15 years. It involved multiple militias, regional powers, and foreign interventions. Beirut, once called the Paris of the Middle East, was divided and heavily damaged. During this period, Between 600,000 and 900,000 people emigrated. This wave was different. It included doctors, engineers, professors, business professionals, a major brain drain. Destinations included Canada, France, Australia, the United States, and the Gulf countries. By 1990, Lebanon's diaspora had grown dramatically larger and more educated. Part 5. 21st Century Crisis and New Emigration. After the war, emigration slowed, but it never stopped. Then in 2019, Lebanon entered a severe economic collapse. Banks froze deposits, the currency lost much of its value, unemployment soared. In 2020, the Beirut port explosion devastated large parts of the capital. Since 2019 alone, tens of thousands of young professionals have emigrated each year. Today, Lebanese migrants are heading to Canada, Europe, the Gulf states, Australia, and Africa. Lebanon continues to export talent. Part 6. The Lebanese Diaspora Today. Today, estimates suggest that between 6 and 7 million people of Lebanese origin live in Brazil, 1.5 million in Argentina, 500,000 in the United States, 250,000 people of Lebanese origin live in Canada, over 100,000 in Australia, and several hundred thousand in France. There are also large communities across West Africa and the Gulf countries. In total, between 8 to 15 million people are of Lebanese descent. Remittances from abroad form a major part of Lebanon's economy. Lebanon is a small country with a very large shadow across the world. Part 7. Contributions of the Lebanese Diaspora. The Lebanese diaspora has shaped global business, culture, and politics. Carlos Slim, born in Mexico of Lebanese descent, he built one of the largest business empires in Latin America and was once the richest person in the world. Shakira, born in Colombia to a Lebanese father, she incorporated Middle Eastern influences into global pop culture. Salma Hayek, born in Mexico, an internationally known actress and producer, proudly connected to her Lebanese roots. Carlos Ghosn, born in Brazil to Lebanese parents, he became CEO of Renault and Nissan and led one of the largest automotive alliances in the world. These are only a few examples. Across continents, Lebanese descendants serve as doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, politicians, artists, educators. The diaspora is not just about leaving, it is about building. Lebanon may be small in geography, but its people are everywhere. From Phoenician ships crossing the Mediterranean to 19th century migrants crossing the Atlantic to modern professionals building new lives across the world. The Lebanese diaspora is a story of resilience, adaptation, and global connection. Thank you for watching. Let us know which diaspora we should explore next, and we'll see you in the next video.